Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday Morning Starter! Time matters. This is the first Monday for the rest of your life. Let's get this week started. Morning, Broccoli.
Good morning.
Come say hello.
Okay.
Yep. Love when Broccoli makes a bit of a appearance. Hello.
And
How you going?
in a normal jumper this time.
Yep. How's the girlfriend situation?
I won't talk about it. See you later.
Sums it up.
Pretty much.
I really want to. We've been bouncing topics around and what to talk about today. I really didn't have a topic to talk about. I like when things just pop in my head and you sort of go down that path. But I've got to say, I'm really sick of seeing people standing in front of private jets and phantom Rolls Royces everywhere. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be here. It's like, this is cool. Like, this is a cool place. I suppose it's what it's up to you, what drives you, what inspires you. But it seems as though it's like you're meant to have made it when you've got a jet. Got a jet. I don't know, or got a Rolls Royce. I know I've spoken about it before recently, but it's just, when I see those photos, I sort of think, why? You know, like, so it doesn't mean anything. It might mean that that person, well, I saw it, I don't even know if it's on here, but I saw a thing the other day. Should have been prepared really, but it was that same old thing, like, oh, Broccoli will find it, I think. He's way better at that than me. Yeah. But the guy standing like this, and I'm sure it was the same garage as that other bloke, Ty, whatever his name is, Ty Lopez or whatever, was standing in going, hey, here's my $4 book, and blah, blah, whatever. But he was standing like this, and he had an orange Lamborghini here, and he had a white Ferrari here in a garage with the same books, I'm sure, on the side, saying something about, I'll show you how to make it. I don't know, is that make it? Expectation's an interesting thing, because it's like, I reckon we cause ourselves a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry by expectation. You know, expecting we should be somewhere. So what if, like, let's just wind it all back and stop the silliness for a minute. And what if all your expectation was, so if you were in Africa and you lived in a tribe and all your expectation was trying to get a bowl of food for the day. I mean, it happens in Australia too, but the ones you see on the ads, what if your only expectation was just find a bowl of food every day? Just to feel good, have something in your stomach and get on with the day. What if that was it? You think about us, have you got enough food to eat today? And have you got somewhere to sleep tonight that's relatively comfortable? You can say yes to both of those things. You don't actually need much more. Sure, we're all striving for stuff. Don't get me wrong. I want to be worth a certain amount of money. I want, all this sort of stuff. But how you feel inside is really the success. That's the success indicator. And when people are buying homes and buying cars and pushing them, push to this place that's like, I hear real estate agents in Sydney, driving Bentleys and Ferraris, and I don't know. What if things changed, and I'm sure they don't own them, but what if things changed and, you just, that Bentley's goes from being worth 750 to, I don't know, 150. I have a very wealthy friend that's bought every single car that you can imagine. And you know what he drives now? A Corolla. He drives a Corolla around. He bought a Bentley, paid 700 grand for it, I think, and he sold it for 250 with hardly any Ks on it, pretty much brand new. But he's got the money to throw away. He doesn't care. He's got way enough. Doesn't care. So I think there's like a really weird thing going on about you'll be successful when I see you with a Ferrari. But the real success is I can buy a Ferrari, couldn't care less if the thing fell off the cliff and I had to buy a new one. because it's that settledness inside. So my friend who bought a Bentley, lost all that money, it doesn't matter to him. But you go out and get a massive loan, drive the thing around, it's worth not much. That's how people get stuck. I think we've got to lose the silliness a little bit and start thinking about, do you have enough today? Do you have enough today? Can you take care of you and those around you? Nice food, nice place to sleep tonight, or a place that's relatively comfortable. Can you get to go to the beach when you want to? Go for a swim? That's where I reckon the real juice is. I'm not saying don't buy a really nice car and don't buy this, but don't do it at the cost of that feeling inside. Because if you can step through the day thinking to yourself, I can eat and I can sleep and I feel good, I reckon you'll kill it. I reckon you'll actually start creating whatever you want to do. But when you wake up every day and you're like, I've got to run as fast as I can just to pay this mortgage and just to pay this car that I really don't like anymore after 10 months of owning it, because it's that feeling of like, I'll feel better when I get this car. I'll feel better when I get this house. It's that I feel better-itis. Broccoli said it before, it's like Christmas Day. This whole build-up, when you're a kid it's fine, it's super fun. But when you're an adult or older, and Christmas Day comes, you open all the presents, and then what? It's like, okay, well just eat heaps and go to sleep. That's pretty much all that happens, but it's that build up, get it, then what? I reckon it's the steadiness of this expectation, slowly, building a life that's slowly, not this, like just go out. I did it myself. I bought a E500 Mercedes when I was about, 28 years old. It cost $200,000. I actually just had to pay for the thing, but I thought I'd become more successful. I thought people would think I was more successful, and I ended up selling it for $12,000 with 200 and something thousand Ks on it later. Worst financial decision. So I go to my really wealthy mate, drives a Corolla around because he doesn't care what people think about him. He said to me the other day, he goes, Matt, I've got $9 million to spare, just sitting there. What should I have invested in? How would I know? It's like, I said, well, I don't know. He goes, oh, should I just buy like, he's just bouncing it around. He doesn't need to bounce it around with me. But it's like, the game for him is just that settledness, that fun. It's fun. So if you've got enough to eat, a place to sleep, and you're pretty happy, you go for a surf or you go for a run or do whatever, get your health going, whatever, and it's like you're feeling pretty good inside, that's success. I reckon you're already successful. The rest is just a bonus. It is. I'm not saying don't strive, I'm not saying don't work as hard as you can, I actually am. But we've got to bring it back to a place, if you've got a bowl of rice to eat and you feel pretty satisfied, it's that satisfied feeling that you're after. But you think about how many people, I heard a thing about antidepressants recently, and there's more antidepressants, so two things, more antidepressants being sold than ever in the wealthy areas. This is not me making it up, someone told me this, so I don't know if it's right or not, whatever, but in the wealthy areas, and there's more suicide on our area than anywhere in New South Wales. And where do those both things come from? Unsatisfaction, feeling worried, anxious, striving and not feeling real about it. I don't know, but it's that depressing sort of state that you're in. We've got to lose that. Wouldn't it be great if everyone was like, their expectation was here, and then they found happy, settled, and then they went out and killed the world. Not for any other reason apart from, I've got $9 million sitting around. What should I do? What do I do with it? I don't know. I don't even know where to put it at the moment. Should I buy shares? I don't know. Because you've got too much choice. It's like, feels very centered. So I really want you to think about this at the moment. Are you living in a place that you're happy with, that's comfortable, got enough food, and can you go do something pretty cool every morning to get your blood pumping and things feeling good? And if that's your expectation of internal success, imagine what you're going to achieve. Whereas if you're out there trying to impress these people to keep up on Instagram, so you look real cool in stuff that you can't really afford or shouldn't really be buying right now, and I'm talking from experience, I'm not telling you to go do it. Next time I buy I'll probably never will buy a really expensive car, it'll be with cash. It won't be with a loan, because it is not a financially great decision. And now I only want to make decisions based on what feels right and what is right, and not because someone's going to think I'm pretty cool for having one. If we start bringing our expectation down, worry, anxiety, and all this sort of stuff will start to go, because you'll start feeling satisfied with where you're at, who you are, and what you got. Let's get into the week. See you on the next video.